Hey guys, welcome to Minecraft and My Feelings. This is episode 7. So, if you guys are new here, we've been playing a game a day of Minecraft a day and just talking about life. And those of you who aren't new here, I do appreciate it like always. So, we're kind of messing around with some new Minecraft settings, so if things are a little bit weird, that's why. If I play a little bit weird, it's because I have a whole lot of new controls, because I'm trying to get back into being pretty serious about Minecraft again. I know last episode we talked about how I have, like, no sleep. Don't worry, I did completely crash. Granted, it was at, like, 8 a.m. when I did finally crash. So, really, getting my day started around 4 or 5 p.m. is never fun. Anyways, I've, the whole series has been pretty chill for the most part. It's been a lot of just obviously talking about feelings and emotions, and I know a lot of you guys have commented, how this is supporting or supportive, or that I should continue doing it because it's, good, and I do agree. Now, I will say, I think the biggest thing I'm going through today is struggling with dealing with, figuring out what I want to do. Obviously, I know we talked about this a lot in the last couple episodes about, obviously, I want my YouTube channel to perform good. No one wants no one wants something you put so much effort into to do bad. But also trying to, make sure it, does okay. And then being okay with it if it doesn't do okay, if that makes sense. I know we spent a lot of time talking about that. And that's just kind of how it goes. That's just kind of life, I guess. And I will say I think it's been really depressing recently. Just whenever it just doesn't do well, it gets really, like, man, kind of emotional. Like, I wish it had done, this video had done better, or so-and-so, and that's never fun. Obviously, at the end of the day, I can't control how certain videos perform. Obviously, I want videos to perform better than not performing good. I think no one I think actively wants anything that they put so much effort into to perform badly, if that makes sense. And I'm definitely no different. I obviously want the YouTube channel to perform well. And it's just, it gets so, that is so much of my life right now. Not that that's a bad thing at all, and I know some people might be like, that's not necessarily good, but for me, I love it, and I love doing it. And man, we are trying to figure out these new controls, and we changed up all of our keybinds, and it was a needed thing, but it's been interesting to try to figure out. But anyways, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, man, that's not necessarily healthy, and I mean, to a minority degree, sure. But, it's what I really want to focus on, and I enjoy doing it, so that's always good. But on top of all that, dealing with life and dealing with other things, it's never fun to have to deal with everything. But it's not, it is what it is. Now, I do think for, just trying to figure out how I want to do everything, if that makes sense. I know a lot of you guys are, not necessarily everyone likes to watch this sort of stuff, but it is what it is. Now, I do think, the biggest thing recently, like I said, has been the YouTube, but has been trying to, we spent so much time talking about making sure that everything we do, it doesn't always feel like enough. I know we're gonna spend a lot more time talking about that, because that's just always how life is. Unfortunately, spend so much time thinking we're not enough, especially me. I do this a lot. I do it too much, to be honest. Spend so much time thinking I'm not good enough that it just kind of becomes true, if that makes sense. Kind of just becomes a reality. And that's never fun. No one wants that. And for sure, you know, dealing with everything is never fun. I know a lot of you guys deal with your own stuff all the time, so I'm not gonna try to, you know, obviously I know we talked about it a lot. I always want to make sure that you guys, you know, are okay talking about your stuff, because I do like to hear how you guys are doing, and all that. But at the same time, obviously, also remembering that life is life. And especially felt like the last couple episodes of this, I've just been kind of rambling because I don't really know what I want to talk about, and it just constantly kind of just feels overwhelming. Everything about life is overwhelming all the time, and it's just like, man, I don't really want to sit here and ramble to you guys about how this is overwhelming and this is overwhelming and this is underwhelming and this video performed bad, so now I'm kind of just in a meh mood for the rest of the week. Like, I don't think you guys want to hear that. I know it'd probably get old after a bit, but you know, life's just been interesting this past week. I know we talked a couple episodes ago that I have a trip coming up. I'm supposed to hang out with family around Easter, or not for Easter, but in that time frame. That should be interesting, to say the least. I'm hoping it goes well. We'll have to wait and kind of see how it goes. And, you know, so that's obviously going to mean probably not going to get to play. We're not going to have a lot of videos over like a week span because, you know, I'll be gone and not even here. And so it's hard to obviously post a video if you can't even be at your computer. So no Minecraft in my feelings in about a week, at least for a week off, and we'll see. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this series for, because yes, it is helpful to me, but at the same time, it also takes away from doing other things that I do feel like are important. Like, I know not everyone... That's another big thing for me, is I know not everyone who watches my content is going to watch this, or, you know, and I also kind of get tired of feeling like I make a video that's 10 minutes long and no one sees the 9th or 10th minute. And I know, obviously, I can't, you know, change people who do or don't want to watch my videos. I know a lot of people said I should do another channel. I don't want to do another channel. I really don't. But that's just kind of how life is. Having to decide what to do, when to do it. There's also a real possibility I switch up the format a bit and just post maybe once a week Minecraft in my feelings, but make them significantly longer, like maybe an hour long, but, you know, obviously it'd be over a multiple day subject. I think, end of the day, you know, I'm tired of putting in 110%, and we talked about this, I think, in episode 5 and 6, putting in 110%, but receiving, like, nothing back. And that just is so emotionally draining. I know you guys feel the same when you put in and put in and put in, and you lose. And again, I know some of you guys might obviously not think crazy highly of the Minecraft content or of, you know, me in general, but I definitely try my best, at least for the most part. I don't mean for the most part, like, I mean, I do definitely try my best whenever I can, or all the time, I mean. Like, you know, but it's just life isn't always, you're not always able to be good enough to give your 110%, I guess. I don't really know what I'm trying to say anymore. You know, I'm still definitely a little bit, I mean a lot of mentally tired from the past week and whatnot. And that just is what it is. You know, can't really control that. That's just how life goes, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. But it's just something to always keep in mind. That's why if you guys ever, watch these videos and I'm kind of like just rambling, it's because it's getting bad again. And so it's definitely getting bad again right now. I don't know. I kind of just spend all night listening to depressing music, and then I have like maybe 2 friends who I really talk to anymore, and I'll send them like depressing stuff on Instagram. That's the only reason I have Instagram, is for the depressing reels. That's like all I care about on Instagram, and the only reason I have it is to send like the 3 people that care the depressing Instagram stuff, because it just, when it gets bad again, it's all I really want to do. But yeah, sun is setting, day 7, episode 7, however you want to put it. I will see you guys in episode 8, and yeah, hope you guys are having a okay day.